Click the first link in the description for the best Askreddit content. Today I fucked up when I wore hospital underwear as a shower cap. So this happened when I was 15, we as a family had just moved to a foreign country and didn't know the local language so well. A month into living there, I tore my ACL and had to go for surgery. I ended up going to the local pediatric/university hospital. When I got there I was given the hospital garb and told to change, standard gown and underwear, except I didn't know that the underwear was actually underwear, so I proceeded to wear it like a shower cap. 10 minutes later my doctor walks into the room with 10 students and flings my robe up, exposing my very naked self, and starts explaining to the students what he's gonna do, while I desperately try to retrieve some sort of dignity. 13 years later this memory still haunts me. Family still get a good chuckle from its smile. Too long didn't read, wore hospital underwear as shower cap, exposing myself accidentally to a group of med students. Edit, thank you kind strangers for my first awards. Wait, what? When I was in the hospital at age 13 I didn't get hospital underwear, I was naked under the gown all the time, but at least doctors didn't just come in and open it without asking first. Yikes. And your butt just hangs out whenever you have to walk anywhere. If it's not too invasive, can I ask what country this was in? I've never once been given hospital underwear here in the US and am honestly very intrigued to learn what your hospital underwear/shower cap looked like. This was in Switzerland, and imagine a white shower cap with 2 holes in them. What did the underwear look like? Like a shower cap. I had epididymitis when I was 15, and wasn't given any hospital clothing at all. And that involved about 8 doctors fondling my pubescent penis. I'm just wondering what the doctor was thinking when he walked in and saw you with the underwear on your head. Probably something like, oh great, another comedian. I hate my job sometimes, because he thought you were screwing with him. This has me cracking up. Add the fact that at 15 I had an afro and it makes the situation even better. Today I fucked up by creating a new user and accidentally calling them an insult from the 1980s. So this happened today and I am pretty sure it will haunt me until I leave this job. I work IT for a company and I was asked to create a user for a temp they had coming in for a few weeks. No idea why they start on a Friday, but I just do the grunt work. The person's name was DWeb, not going to give the full name obviously. The way our emails are structured, our first letter of the first name and surname. Example, John Smith would be J. Smith at company. Well, in my haste to create the account I accidentally didn't check the spelling and ended up with their email as dweeb at company. The manager and the user had a good chuckle at my expense. I was left rather red-faced. Schoolboy error. Next time I will copy and paste and not type. Also I really should QC my own work. Too long didn't read, messed up a user's name on their email address and ended up calling them a dweeb. Sort of related, whenever we run into people my wife works with they always call her Victor Bravo. They even yell it across the store sometimes. Turns out it is her own fault. Her initials are VB. At her job, the usernames start with initials followed by number, I guess employee number. So whoever she tells someone her username she says V as Victor, B as in Bravo. It's just funny to see the other people in the store when someone yells put Victor Bravo. And they see it is my wife, who is quite obviously a woman. Sister to Johnny Bravo? My photography instructor was shit at our school. She laughed every time she gave it out. Shit with 2 T's, she always said. I'll never forget her. I created an email for someone that ended up being my ass at company. Needless to say, we made an exception for first initial last name, in their case Smile. One place I worked had emails as last name, first initial. One girl was horny at company name. Oh, behave. Insert Austin Powers grin. Okay, so oh man, I worked the library at my alma mater one summer. My school became the state's governor's school in the summers at the time. So the email addresses took the form of last name first initial Ags at school. One day I had a girl named Slaughter, F. Her email was thus: Slaughter cheese at school. I nearly fell over when I checked a book out to her. Poor girl. Can we get an F for Ms. Slaughter? Actually NVM, perhaps we should remove an F from her. Today I fucked up by not seeing my girlfriend for 6 months. English isn't my thing, so forgive me for language. I'm on mobile too. So I met my girlfriend when I 15 was 12. We were friends then, best friends then, BF and GF. So we met in church and it was fine between us until this year. Since March, we haven't seen each other because of the worldwide pandemic. We had no means of communication, started feeling insecure. I missed her a lot. Last week, the Ministry of Health said we could go to church again but with guidelines. As a believer in Christ went, and when I was about to leave I saw my girlfriend with another boy. I watched from afar thinking it was her brother. Well, the sort of behavior was obvious that she forgot about me. This really hurt me. I walked closer and I assumed she saw me. She started panicking and walking towards me. I didn't stop walking. I was really heartbroken. Thought, for all I did for her, this is how you repay me. I still am really sad seeing it was a natural cause because it is not her or my fault for the pandemic, and well, time to move on. Update: I went to church and had a word. She told me that it was her friend. Being the loving boyfriend I am, I bought it. Just when I was leaving I saw the same scenario but in a different location. I thought about last time and reacted differently. I went round the back and watched at a corner really close. Well, they kissed. I walked away silently wailing in inner pain. I knew I would never speak to her again and I'm going to move on. Too long didn't read. My GF met another handsome boy and ditched me for him. Broke my heart. The response is on here a little harsh. You're 15, you're allowed to feel betrayed and upset. The first thing I want to say is you have every right to feel upset, frustrated, betrayed, etc. And it isn't selfish to feel hurt for giving your heart to someone only to find out that they didn't want it. You're young, you're not meant to have the emotional maturity to handle such a big shock. And most adults would be extremely upset too. So don't let anyone make you feel bad for how you're responding to this. I will say that 6 months for someone your age might as well be 2 years. It feels like a really long time, and that can make people do things they might not usually do. If I were you, I'd try to think this is a weird time in history. It's hard to be scared and alone. She needed companionship and we couldn't see each other and she fell for someone else. It's not a good thing, but it also has a lot to do with circumstances. Don't hate her, don't blame yourself. You're young and while this hurts a lot you'll be okay. Don't let it mess with your confidence. Don't be mean to her or play games with her. Just try to use this as an opportunity to grow. Maybe you guys will end up back together in the future when you've matured a little. This helped me much. I'm sorry my guy, that sucks. I hope you find someone better than her, or stay by yourself. Whatever you want to do, I support you man, smile. And don't worry, you made no mistakes with your English in that at all. If you didn't say, I would have thought English was your native language. Thank you and autocorrect. Damn near same scenario, although it was years ago. Power through it friend, there will always be more, but today I fucked up souls around. True. So I'm going to post this in hopes that it helps you feel a little less heartbroken from someone who has experience with a broken heart. You are really young and you have your whole life ahead of you. Some things just weren't meant to be and a relationship with this girl isn't one of them. You're gonna meet someone else in life who will make you feel loved and this whole situation you're going through is gonna feel so trivial. Also, if it makes you feel better, I started dating a guy at 20 and was with him for 7 years. At age 27, we move into my parents' house together and start looking for houses to move into. 3 months later he breaks up with me, moves out, and here I am still with my parents. I mean, it is what it is, but at the time, it was really hard for me. Keep your chin up. Time heals all wounds. It's an old saying and I'm sure right now it doesn't feel like time is gonna heal you, but it will. One day at a time. Also, whenever I was broken up with, something that helped me was I focused on all the things I didn't like about my ex because they made me realize that they weren't really that good for me and I was gonna get sick of them later anyway. You didn't fuck up. You lost a cheater from your life.